I'm going to use all-purpose flour and whole wheat flour. I'm taking a lot out of the container, but I won't take all of the flour. Sometimes the ingredients come in different forms. So the shortening is in stick form. It also comes in tub form. You might use other butter. I usually use it in stick form, but if the shortening is in a tub, I would take a cup and I would fill it with the butter first. Sometimes it has, one of them may have the measurements, but I feel like the butter, it's an ingredient that you can really maneuver. It's like clay and form. And then it's kind of a visual, and you could see that and take the shortening and see how the measurements are with them. And just to say, if your recipe calls for cold butter cut into cubes, you could definitely do that. I'm going to refer back to the cup method where you're putting the butter and the shortening in 1 cup. You're going to incorporate the ingredients into the flour anyway, and the ice water will be a binding agent. So it's just, if you're looking for a flaky crust, it's good to note that the ingredients are cold. I added the flour and salt. Now I'll gradually add the shortening and butter. I also have a measuring spoon for the ice cold water. You may see it. It says 1 teaspoon is equivalent to 15 milliliters. I like when the spoons or cups have the equivalent measurements. So 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters, so 3 teaspoons will be 15 milliliters. And you'll go off of what you need for your recipe. I'm going to start mixing it. I just put a bunch of pieces in. I'm gradually adding the ice cold water in. I would recommend to try to stick to the amount of the water that the recipe calls for. It will affect how the crust will come out. And I'm on the 7th tablespoon out of the 10. I mixed the filling. I didn't add the butter. I'll add it when I'm just about ready to start putting the pie together. I used potato starch because that's what I have here. It's a substitute for the cornstarch. And I ate some of the blueberries. They're delicious. I don't have a lot of filling, so I'm going to make shapes with the crust and put it on top of the blueberries. I'm going to cover this while it's in the oven. I'll check on it to see if I want to take off the foil. The edges are particularly sensitive to getting a lot of heat on it, so I'll look out for that too. So the all flour and whole wheat flour blueberry pie is finished baking. I'm going to let this sit for a couple hours so the filling can settle and congeal, and I'll taste it then.